Hey, do you want to know how to make a simulator in Roblox Studio? Just like this, I can show you today. So what we're going to first start off by doing is going to new over here. And we're just going to make a base plate. You guys can choose the one that are empty. That's just your choice. So I'm going to just save this to Roblox here. I'm going to call this how to make a simulator. And I'm going to set it random. And there we go. Alright, save it. Alright, so today we are going to make the map. And we are going to use Blender. Alright, man. Oh, wait. Oh, man. Whoa, hold up. I mean, alright, guys, right? Yeah. Okay. Sorry about saying that. So we are going to just get to make this map and use Blender. And if you guys do not want to use Blender, right? There is a link in the description, and it will have there'll be a whole pack for you guys to download, a terrain pack with trees and rocks and whatever terrain parts, right? It'll have that all there for you guys. I made it just for you guys. Also, I'm not a Blender pro. I still have more to learn with Blender, but we're just making a simple, like, pretty nice simulator for these tutorials. So first, what we're gonna start off by doing is we are gonna just make a part up here. And how about we also go to view and we get the toolbox out. And I'm just gonna have this. There we go. Alright, what I need you guys to do is go to here and go to plugin, and then so I want you guys to get this plugin. It's called Add Easy Texture. Okay, it's gonna be very useful. So install that. Okay, right, and then we actually don't even need the toolbox after this. In this series, we are not gonna use the toolbox. All right, because that's how we gotta learn to make these. All right, man. All right, guys. Right, gotta do that. All right, so I'm just gonna use this part here, and let's just scale it. And what I want to do is I'm gonna go to avatar here, rig builder. And yep, R15, any one. You could do R15, R6, just do mesh avatar here. Alright, we want to compare this to a person, right? You see, that's already kind of getting big. So how about we just do this and this as our actually, that seems still a little too small. So let's just make it bigger. Yeah, how about we do that for our size? So the size is going to be for our simulator 243, 0.63258. Alright, the X, Y, and Z axis. And actually, I might raise this up a little bit, so it's gonna be, instead it's gonna be 1, because like you could kind of see like this texture of the base plate. There we go. And that's good for a character, so they have like a good amount of space to move around in this place, right? And also, how about we go to model here and insert a spawn location. So this is where we spawn. So there you go. And what I want to do, I'm gonna make a folder in workspace here, and we're gonna try to be organized in the series. So we're gonna call this map 1. Okay, and we're just gonna take our part we just made and put it into there, and we're gonna rename our part to floor. All right, and we can also make it anchored, so we can just have this selected and then go up here to anchor and anchor it. All right, so we're almost there actually for the floor, and then we can actually get started with our trees, our terrain, our rocks. Okay, so I'm gonna just select this, and I'm gonna go to plugins, and the plugin I told you guys to get. So get this. Right, click it, and now we have this. So make sure the part is selected, and then what you want to do is so go to list options, put this all the way down like that. Put instant apply in all sides, okay? And then texture options, put size 9, transparency 0.1, and that's pretty good. And then you guys can go to low poly here and just choose whichever one you want. I'm gonna choose which one here. I'm gonna choose the boxes, these boxes, because I like how that looks. So I'm gonna click that, and boom. Now we can actually just get off of here because we've chosen the one we want, and it's applied our texture. So if you see, it applied all the textures for it. There we go. And obviously, you see, like right now, it's literally gray. So we can actually just go up here to color, make sure the part is selected, and let's just change it to like a green or whatever. And the thing is, this is kind of really a bright green, so you can also just go to the properties over here and just click this and get a better color that you want. I want to do like a little, like if I do that, yeah, I want bright but not too bright, like that. Perfect. There. And there we go. I might have just chosen the same color. No, I didn't. All right. Yeah, this is what I like. You see that? Ooh, that looks pretty. All right. So now we got this here, and our character can just move around here, but they need to see some scenery, because this makes no sense. No scenery, just a floor on the ground. Like, come on. we gotta put some seeds. So I want you guys to install Blender. All right, and once you have that installed, just come back, pause the video, and then come back to the video, right? And also what I want you guys to do is go to our Discord server, all right? And in the Discord server, there will be a place where you can download a color palette. So for the video, because we need to use the color palette, and also free promo. Yeah, so just go to the Discord server, get that image of a color palette, and boom. So once you got the color palette and you have Blender, we can actually get started. So we can do Blender. Let's go to Blender. I think am I in the right version? Let's see. Because I have 2 versions of this. Oh, yeah, this is the new one. All right, yeah. So just go to General. We're going to start off with General here. And there we go. And just to help you guys out, I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to press N. And you guys aren't going to have this because I installed like a plugin in Blender. So, but I'm just going to help you guys out by having this. So you can actually see what I'm clicking or whatever. I think it should pop up. Yeah, see, right there, it's popped up now. And now you can see whatever I'm clicking, right? Blah, blah, blah. All right, so we are going to start off with making just a terrain piece, all right? So we're just gonna select this and we can just press X, delete. All right, and then we can do Shift A, and let's get a cylinder. And then down here, do not click off of the cylinder, okay? Click down here, and then just bring this, let's put this to 8. All right, and then now you can just click off. And now, let's just scale this to how we want, whatever, I don't really care, right? This is just gonna be like this or whatever. Just make it into a shape of a cylinder, and make it bigger, obviously. And there we go. So, I got this cylinder here, right? And now, we can actually add some extras if we want. We could go to modifier, add a bevel, which adds some roundness to it, which actually is pretty good. So you can add more to it or less. I don't know if I want to do that. I just want to like keep it kind of like this. And yeah, there we go. That's not bad. So, and then we could just copy and paste, scale it down, put it up like this. And then we could just go to the scale tool here. And then this white circle, we could just, and there we go. And then we could also, if we wanted to, we could select this. I think we could add a subdivision surface. But that's not going to really help. You can add that if you want. I'm pretty sure. I think that's all we need, really. Yeah. I think that's all we need. Cause yeah. There. So now we kind of got this, right? And let's just add some more variety to it. So let's go to edit mode, and we see we got our stuff. Actually, just to help out here, I'm just gonna like move this up because you guys cannot see the vertices. So we need to go click this. You can go up here and then edit mode. There we go. And as you see, we have different points. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down here to loop cut this one right here, and we're just gonna make some more vertices like that. There you go. See, that's all we need. And now we got some more vertices for us to use. And then I know this is kind of like a lot to do, but whatever. Yeah, because I have to keep talking. But now we can just press Z, and then we can just go to wireframe over here, and we can select this in the middle, and we can just shrink it down, kind of like, all right, like we can shrink it down more, kind of like that. And that kind of adds like more. So if we press Z again, we could go back to solid. As you see, it kind of adds some more just to this design instead of being so like simple, whatever, right? That adds a bit more to it. And if you want to, you can change it up more. If you want, you can like do some other things. I'm gonna keep it like that. But how about we try to edit this now up here? All right. So how about we select this? Let's go. How about we do this? We select this and we select this one, each one after. So we skip this one and then we select this one and there. Okay, I want to just try something. If I move these vertices up, and there we go. We got kind of a design. So we go to object mode. We got a design around this also. As you see, that adds even more to this block. Now we gotta give it some color, right? So what we have to do is click on this block, this main piece first, and we're just gonna go to UV editing up here. And what we're gonna do is we are going to press A, and yeah. Okay, thing is, I think I might have, oh, okay, I know what's happening. All right, it's because I copied, okay, wait, how about we need to select this, right? There we go. Now work. All right, so just don't select the one at the top. And then on this side, you can press A, and then over here, we can press image, open, and just go to your downloads, wherever you stored the color palette. Remember, the color palette you can get in the Discord server, and the link will be in the comment section and the description. So then we could just go to color palette for Blender, the one I told you guys to get, open it up, and there we go. Now on this side, we can press A, and then press S and shrink that bad boy down. Shrink that bad boy down to a little single dot. And then we can just press G, and now we can just select what color we want. And since obviously this is soil, let's give it like a dark color. So let's put it like kind of like here. And you're not gonna see immediately when you go back to layout up here. The reason why is because we have to, okay, so make sure this is selected, go over here to this beach ball, click it, press new, press on this yellow dot right here, go to image texture, and then go to the drop down and select color palette for Blender. Boom. And you're still not gonna see it. You're gonna be like, bro, you're lying, bro. No, I'm not. What you need to do is press Z and then go to material preview. And there we go. We see the preview of that color. And I don't really like that color, so I might re-choose it. So I'm gonna zoom in a bit more and see what yeah. All right, I think I want it a bit brighter. So let's just go up there. Let's see the changes. Yeah, that's a bit better. How about we make it a bit more lighter? Yeah, I think that's good. And then we can actually now, we can go to UV editing and just get off of this. And then what we can do is we can go back to layout, press our grass piece, then go to UV editing, and there we go. So this should be already selected, and then on this side, we do the same thing as we did before. So we press A, shrink that down to a single dot, like super small dot, all right? Shrink it down. Now we can press G, and we can bring it where we want to. I'm gonna choose this brighter color over here. Boom. Select that right there, and obviously you're not going to see it again, so we just go to the beach ball, new, yellow dot, image texture, drop down, boom, and there we go, got color. And now actually I might want to stretch this out a bit more, so I'm going to do that. There we go. And also I feel like this color is still way too dark, so I'm going to zoom into this G, and I'm just going to make it up a bit more, make it brighter. Yep, that's pretty good. I like that. And I'm done with this. And you guys, whatever, if you know Blender, just add more to it, you know. Yeah. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to File, Export, FBX. And now just store it where you want to. I'm gonna just go to one of my drives, make a new folder called terrain parts for let's see, simulator tutorial. That's what I'm gonna call it. It doesn't matter what you call it, whatever. All right, now let's just call this grass cylinder. All right, export. And then also what you guys want to do is press file and then save as. Okay, this is important because you don't want to lose it. So just go to the same place again. So where is it? Yep, right here. And just call it the same. Doesn't work. Oh, grass cylinder. And why I'm telling you to do this is so you guys do not lose it and you can edit it whenever you want if something is not correct. Okay, let's press save as. There we go. So let's just test it out. Let's go into Roblox Studios, and I want you guys to go to view and open up the asset manager. All right, and then we can just go to this upload button, bulk upload, right? And okay, don't worry about this. These are all the free packs I have for you guys. You can download it in the description. So now we can just go to cool over here. I'm just gonna go to where it was. So yep, terrain parts for simulator tutorial, and there we go. Open it up, import a single mesh, apply, and boom, there we go. So now if I import this in, let's see how it looks. And that actually looks pretty nice. Yeah, that actually looked good. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. And we gotta compare it to the player because we do not want it ginormous. All right, so let's just break it down a little bit. Shrink this bad boy down to a good spot. So I think that's pretty good. All right, that's not bad. And actually, we could stretch this down like this. And there we go. That's actually not that bad. So how about now we just put it around the map here as a wall, right? And actually, before I do this, how about we make our next terrain piece in Blender? All right, and actually we can just do file up here and then go to new, and then we can do general, and then this is already saved, so this doesn't matter. You can just do don't save. And now let's start with making our grass wall terrain. So then we can do this, just like a wall shape with our block. And then we can let's just shrink this down a bit more, make it more wide. There we go. And now, how about we go into edit mode, and how about we add loop cut, and then we can just cut some more vertices. Like this. There you go. We got a grid now. So now we can just like bring one part up, one part down, kind of like this. Just something, right? Just to make it a little more different. Because we don't want it to look everything like it's the same or whatever. There we go. But you guys can obviously see like this is kind of like a thing. But that's fine. And we can actually do cut. Let's just go to this modifier tab over here. And we can just press add modifier. And let's do a bevel. Alright. Let's just do more bevel, like kind of like this. And add more segments to make it more smoother. And there we go. So now we're kind of getting different shapes here, whatever, right? And we can also add a subdivision surface if you want. That makes it even more smooth. But I'm not gonna do that. I think this is all I really want to do. So I'm gonna do Control C, Control V, shrink this bad boy down, and we can just bring this piece up. And obviously it's gonna look very cursed. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna scale it. And obviously the thing is, this is the same piece on top of this, which is horrible. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do Shift A, mesh cube, and we're gonna get another cube, and we're just gonna bring it up here, and we're going to make it more wide than this piece and more like this. Boom, and there we go. And then we can actually just take the modifiers we have. We can add modifier, bevel, and let's just copy what we had for this piece, or we could just figure it out by ourselves. So just depends. So I want to just do more of a bevel for this and smooth it out, because more of a bevel for the top makes more sense. I think that's pretty. Yeah. All right, there we go. So now we can just all stretch this out more, or whatever you want to do, right? Because this is your guys' game, right? There we go. And that's pretty much all I really want to do, because this is just a grass wall. So I'm just gonna click on this, go to UV editing, press A, go to image, and then open up our color palette. Go to color, get our color palette, and boom. And then we could just press A on this side, G. Oh no, not G. No, not G yet. S. Shrink that boy down to a little singular dot. There we go. And now we can just G and then put where we want it. So I'm gonna do like right there. And we're not gonna see it because we need to go to the beach ball. And we go to here, image texture, drop down, color palette. And then we can press C, material preview. And there we go. And I think it's still like a little too dark, so I'm gonna bring it up more like that. And that looks good. So now we can just get off of it. And we can select this, our top piece, go to UV editing. On this side, we can press A, do the same thing. S, shrink that boy down to a little dot. G, and let's just bring this on. Let's just bring it like, I think here or something. And obviously we're not gonna see it because we need the beach ball. New, yellow dot, image texture, drop down, color palette. And there we go. I think we're good with this. This is what I like, and I think it's pretty good. And if you want more of like a gradient, what you can do is we can actually press S and just make it a bit bigger, and that's gonna add more of a gradient to it, so that not everything's gonna be exactly the same color. And that's what I'm gonna do. And then maybe I'll do the same for this piece. So do S a little bit, make it a bit bigger like this, and now it's gonna be more of a gradient on the top. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now all we really need to do is we could just go to File, Export, FBX, and just do it where you stored it. So down here, terrain part for tutorial, and I'm just gonna call this grass wall. And then we're also gonna go to File, Save As, and then we're gonna do grass wall. All right, I know this grass wall is pretty simple than like the cylinder, but it's just however you guys want to make it. Okay, so we got a grass wall, and now we can also import our grass wall instead. So now we got 2 terrain pieces. Let's go. So we can import this in here. Just make sure it doesn't have any like problems on it. So let's just check around, and it seems pretty. And actually, that's pretty cool. That has like a checkered pattern. That actually kind of helps with the design of it. So not that bad. So we can actually just put this around wherever, right? We could also have it here, connect to this piece over here, like that. Rotate it a bit, something like this. And then we can start making our wall. So let's just move these around or whatever, and this maybe goes like this. Just do it however you guys want. So I'm gonna do this, duplicate this, and I don't want it like exactly the same. This is here, and then this goes again, and then this one actually is gonna be tilted the other. There we go. And then we can add another piece here, and then this one will be let's tilt it a little bit that way instead. And yeah, so let's just slowly make all of our wall here. So also scale this down so we can actually start making our wall or whatever. Do this and like this, right? That, duplicate this. Actually, I don't want, how about we just make a super long wall? So like stretch it out a bit. Yeah, stretch it out a bit more. Let's just do this like that. So like try to not make it all the same, like rotate the pieces around or whatever. I might shrink this piece down and then like fit another piece inside. So like instead, this one will be straight this time. And then we could put this down and boom. And we'll actually bring it more forward like that. There we go. See, that adds some variety to it. And maybe now we can have another place over here. Also, I see like it's not, we need to do this. so then it's like more straight. Yeah, and then we can just do this, just paste these places around, just paste them around or whatever. How about we have some more other pieces? So then select other random one, rotate them or whatever. I don't really care, just give them variety. Don't make them the same. Maybe this one's tilted forward, like that, and then maybe we could copy this, paste it, take this, and then we could just rotate it this way, and we can have this piece set up here, that, and actually let's just make it fit in with this one, kind of like that, and then we could even have like other pieces be here like this, make them down, make some more up, this can be down, this can be up, this can be down, this one's maybe longer than the other one, that, add some wall to it, like a wall there, and obviously my wall piece is not the same color as the other one, which is fine, but remember when you're doing this, you guys should probably do the same color just to be more consistent. But I'm just gonna do this like that. Maybe this one is gonna be like skinny, this piece here is skinny like this, and like a bit like that, long. And then we can also have duplicate this maybe if you wanted to, and then shrink this piece down. There we go. That adds some more variety to it, right? And let's just do these, right? Just have a piece over here. Yeah, I think that's pretty. Having a piece here. And also, actually, we should rotate this around so we have that grid layout. I think, actually, no, never mind. Whatever. Now I could just do this, like that. And what if we had like a super tall piece like this? How about we rotate it? Okay, I might go to my model up here and I might change this to be not this, maybe like 5 degrees instead. Yeah, like that. Because then I can better do rotation. But make this one go down. Maybe this one goes inward to this one. Just makes sense because it's a big piece right here. So let's stretch it also down because it seems a bit too much. Like, I don't know. And look at this. Put it like this way. Duplicate this one. Put this like this. I don't really know. Just do whatever. And then we can shrink this one down like this. Make it more shorter. Not like that. Duplicate this big piece that's tall. Oh, well, and then we could do this. Make it more taller or whatever. And then we can shrink this guy down. Duplicate it. Rotate it this way. Boom. And I want to maybe just duplicate this piece. There we go. Okay. I kind of don't like how this big piece is just here without like anything. So I might do this and then that. Actually, yeah, okay, no, making it just shorter kind of helped. So what I could do, actually, I could copy this piece, put this here, but make it shorter like this, and then just put this like that. There, that helps with it. And make sure there are no gaps in between, because then people can escape, and that's not good for you. That shows you kind of took low effort with it. And yeah, so there's no, is that it? That's not really a problem. There's a like little inch little gap right there. So yeah. And then we can also, let's just start building this one. Finish it off over here. Let's just do this. I don't know what to do. So how about we make this one super tall, but like this one's really skinny, and that looks kind of horrible. Just make it a little tall like that, and then shrink this one down. Duplicate this one inward to this one like that, and then this one maybe goes into this one like this. Just something to fit them in well. How about we duplicate this, that, and then we could duplicate this, do it like this here. There we go. And then we could go back. Oh, whoa, do that. Boom. Make it like this. How about we add some of these pieces between whatever, and then we could be this big piece, but then maybe this big piece could be like shrunk down. Maybe that would be like a short piece. There we go. That's all I'm gonna really do for the wall. So how about now we go into our Explorer and we select this piece, the first one of our models that we made, and then go down and then select one of these, boom, and then select all. So just click on the first grass cylinder or grass wall, and then hold shift, and then go to the last grass wall or grass cylinder that you see, and then shift and click. There we go. And now we're gonna put it into a model. So we're gonna group it like this, and now we're just gonna call this walls, and we're just gonna anchor it. So just go to home, anchor, and boom. Now it's anchored, and blah blah. There we go. So now we got our wall, and make sure there's no cracks in between that people can escape. Yep, and there we go. So now we got our wall for our simulator here. Now let's go back into Blender and make our rocks. All right, so we're back in. Let's just do file, new, and general again. Just always general usually for models. And now let's just make our rock here. So all we need to do is go to mesh, icosphere. All right, we could just do icosphere, make it bigger or whatever, doesn't really matter. And how about we, I accidentally clicked off of it, so we lost our thing. So let's just do Shift A, and let's just go back to it. And then we can just click down here, and let's just go to subdivision 1, all right? And these rocks are gonna be very simple, just so you know. And now we can just go to edit mode, and then we wanna make our rock a bit more random. So before we do that though, we are going to go down to this little point, and we're gonna do right click and then do delete vertices. And as we see now, there's just an empty gosh darn space. So we're gonna select all of these pieces that make up like around that piece, right? And then we can just press F and it fills it in, all right? And actually, this could already be our first rock if we really wanted to. And then if you guys want to make it more random, you can just you can select these randomly, or what you can do, you can go to mesh transform and then do randomize. And that should actually, well, first I need to go to and then randomize, and that should select random ones. I don't know if it's gonna do exactly what I want. So let's see, do I need to select all of these? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so make sure you have all of them selected and then do randomize, and then it just randomizes them. And you could also make it more random by going down here and amount, and as you see, you can like change it or whatever. Oh whoa, I think I might use that for a rock. Actually, that's not bad. So we can go to object mode. And thing is, it has very sharp points, so I don't know if we should do that. If we add a bevel, it makes it much more rounded and better. So, but I don't think we should add more segments to it. We should add more amount to it, because that makes it more look like a rock, like that. And now we got a rock. So we just do our UV editing. So what we can do, let's just go to a material here, and let's not select a material. We could actually select a color. I'm not lying. You can if you just want one color. Alright guys, if you really want to, you can just go to material preview, and as you see, it does. So if you are not looking, if you just have one little piece you want to color, yeah, just do it this way. And that's what I'm gonna do. So you can just select the color you want. I'm gonna go into the middle, so then I can get a dark piece like that. And now that looks like a rock. So then you can just file, export, FBX. Go to wherever you store, thing, and then we can just rename this. Let's call this rock 1. Export, and let's do file, save as, and we could do rock 1 and save. There we go. And now let's make another rock, because these rocks are really quick to make. All right, so we can actually just stay in here, and then we could just go to edit mode and do the same thing, right? We could just go to mesh transform, randomize, and let's just make it more random this time. So let's just do more amount like this, like that, normal. But I would recommend first just changing how you want the rock already to be. So just like stretch it out more or something, like this already. And then you could select everything and then go to mesh, whatever, like transform, and then you could just do transform, randomize, right? And then you can do more randomization, right? The random seeds help with just like doing these. Oh, that's not a bad one. Yeah, that's not that bad. So you can actually kind of mass produce rocks. So you could just do again, file, export, FBX, and we'll call this rock 2. Export, and we can do file, save as, same thing, we can do rock 2. We can mass produce rocks just like this. And then if you wanted to, we could just delete that icosphere and instead make it really bigger. And then we could just go to modifier, we could add a bevel, add more of a bevel to make it like this. And this could actually just be a rock. I mean, actually, that's not a bad idea. We could go to edit. I just want to change. Oh yeah, we need to delete the bottom one. Delete vertices, and then that does that. So then we just select these vertices to fill it. So we just do this, and F, fill it in. And see, that could literally just be a rock right here, bro. Like for free. Like this could just be a rock. But you want to edit it a little bit just to not make it entirely, just a little bit, just a cylinder, right? So let's just edit a bit, and there we go. This could just literally be a rock. Like it's just that easy to make these rocks. And then we could just go to new, make just the same thing with the color. Just bring it down the color, boom, and we go to file, export, and let's call this rock 3. Export, and then we can do file, save as, and same thing, rock 3, save as. And now we can go back to Roblox Studio, and we can actually just import these in. So let's just select all these, boom, open, import a single mesh file, apply. Oh wait, we should apply all. Actually, yeah, there you go. And now applies them, and boom. So now we can actually just bring these rocks in, and boom, we got our rocks, bro. It's just that easy to make rocks, right? And okay, so we do have to compare this to the player, because we do not want giganormous rocks, like giganormous, bro. And obviously I'm purposely saying that because just so you guys know, just so you guys don't get mad at me for being like, hey, you're saying ginormous wrong, like bro is dumb. Well, no, I know how to say it. Don't just Yeah, here we go. Now we could get this rock in. We could like put this rock around and just make it, yeah, I think that's a good size. We could make it a little smaller, bring it over here, and boom. We could just do this, and yeah, and then we could bring in rock 3, and boom. I think it might have not put the color though, and I guess that's fine because we could use the Roblox colors, as you see. So you could just do Roblox color, do this one here, the darker one, and boom. So if it doesn't do it, it's totally fine. Like it's just I don't think you can really do anything about it. So yeah, I think this is our boulder shaped rock. So let's just do this, and then obviously you want to shrink that down. And that's not a bad size. Let's just shrink. And there we go. So we got rocks, and let's just place rocks around the map. Because why do we want to fill our land? And also rotate them, randomize them. You know, same deal with the the walls and stuff, but just a bit different. And also scale them differently or whatever. Just make them nicer. Just change sizes. Make it your game look just a tiny bit better. Alright, and you could just change the sizes and whatever. Like it doesn't really matter. Just do what you want. There we go. So you got that. Place rocks around the map over here. How about we have a big one over here? There we go. How about, and then we could take these rocks and whatever, we could just move them around. Let's just add rocks everywhere. How about this one is gonna be more of a flat rock, kind of like this. And then we could have a tiny little pebble rock like that. Duplicate it, right? Just place rocks around the map. Make your game just a bit touch more nicer by just having more scenery for the players to see and be like, oh, they actually took effort with building out this, building out that, right? That's what you want the players to see. You're doing effort and you're not just here to make money. Well, I mean, you can just try to do it for money. I mean, that's not like you can, but it's better to just do it because you want to do it, right? And money is just not entirely full reason why you should, you know, do it. Because that could literally just, you could say that for everything. So that's not, but whatever. It's your choice to do anything you guys want, right? So I can't affect that. So I'm gonna just move this around. Maybe this one's longer. Rotate this one. Rotate this one. And oh yeah, we also don't have any rocks near the center. How about we do that? And maybe this one's maybe turned around, but that's gonna be flat on the bottom. So how about we just do like this, like that? And we can take this, boom, do this. All right, there we go. So we got some rocks around the map. You guys can add more rocks if you want. It's already a lot of rocks too, so you guys choose how you want to do it. And we're just gonna select all these again and group it, and also anchor it, and then we can just rename this to rock. And we should also move both of these models into map 1. All right, so now we have that map 1, and boom. So if we play our game really quickly, obviously, so since we anchored everything, it's gonna stay still, and now we have like rocks and whatever, right? So you guys are probably wondering for the last thing, which is a tree. All right, so let's do a tree in Blender. So I'm just gonna do file new because I just don't really want to mess around with this. So we're gonna leave our cube here, all right, and then we're just gonna go to object mode and we're gonna edit, all right, and make sure everything's selected. Do M and then do at center, and that leaves one little vertice. Okay, and there we go. So yeah, now we just have one little vertice. So now we could just do Control C, Control V, and we can do this obviously, but you don't really want to do that. So we're gonna go in edit mode, and then we're gonna press. So how about we go to one of these axes? So let's just find a right axis. We want this axis, yeah, Y axis. Right? I think that's good, right? Well, I don't really know, but whatever. Just kind of get an angle at like this, right? And then you can press E and extrude it. That's what you're going on. So just do it. Move these. You can move these around, but we're trying to make a tree like shape. All right, so we're just gonna do E again. Just do something like this. E, do it again, and this one and maybe goes outward like that. This one goes outward like that. This one maybe goes like this, and then like this. Boom. And boom, like that. There we go. Kind of like a tree shape, right? We just got some little things. And then we can also select these and move them over here or something. Doesn't matter. Just do it how you want to. There we go. And then after you got your shape, right, what you can do, you can go to object mode, add a modifier called skin. All right, there we go. We got our modifier for skin. And yeah, there we go. So there we go. So what we can do now is we can go into edit mode, and obviously it's going to be annoying. So we could just go to wireframe. Yeah. Right, and what I want you guys to do is select the first tippy points, right, and just make them smaller, right? Well, that's breaking it. But just do your little first tippy points, and I want you guys to make them smaller. Thing is, I think what you need to do is, so what you're gonna want to do is so going to wireframe, I just had to quickly remind myself. So just hold shift, and then clicked on all these tippy points that you have, and we could do control and then A and shrink them down. All right, kind of like this, and then select the points again, these points, and then shrink them down. And then I'm gonna shrink this one down, kind of like this and like that. Control A, shrink that down, and just make it into the shape you want, right? I'm gonna control A this, make it down. And then I'm gonna make I don't know what I just did, but control A, and I'm just gonna make this bigger at the bottom. Oh, Christy. And I'll shrink that down like that. And there you go. So if we go into object mode and then go in solid, there you go. It looks more like a tree. Now, since we've done this, what we can do is we can go down here to the data, these vertices things, and then we could go to normals and then auto smooth. And then we can right click it and do shade smooth. So now we have basically done our tree shape, because this actually looks more like a tree now. And now what we can do is go to Shift A, Mesh, Icosphere, and we're gonna do basically what we did with the rocks. So Shift A, Icosphere, and Subdivision 1. And there we go. So we're gonna do basically what we did with the rocks. So we're gonna go to Edit Mode, and I'm just gonna go over here, and I'm just gonna do Mesh, Transform, Randomize, and then just do this. Uniform, Normal, whatever, Random Seed, and then make it bigger, like this. That's way too big for a tree. Alright, like that, and I'm just gonna put it inside to simulate a leaves, right? Leaves. And then we could just do it again. Mesh, Icosphere, Subdivision 1, and then Edit Mode, and just change it first how you want to, right? Just gonna do something like this, maybe. I don't know. Just do something with it, right? Just like change it up a bit, and then press A. Right, select all that, and then Mesh, Transform, Randomize again, and just randomize it, right? And then Normal, Random Seed, we're gonna do like that. Edit Mode, Object Mode, and then we could just add it to this leaf. Actually, that's pretty good size already. Wow. Let's shrink it down a bit. I think it's still a little too big, so let's just do that. And then we can just do this, and there we go. We got our leaves and our tree. So now let's color our leaves. So let's select both of them, right? Press 1, hold shift, press the other. Go to UV, editing, press A, and now we got it here. And you know the deal. We just go to image, open, and let's do color palette. Alright, and so now we can press A, right? Select them all, and then S, shrink them down to a little itty bitty point. We can press G, and let's put our leaf color. And leaves are usually a bit brighter, I think, so let's just do that. And then we could also click on one of these, new, and then we can add our image texture, drop down, color palette, press Z, material preview. And we can add it to this one too. Image texture, color palette. There we go. So now we got our green on our leaves. Now let's do our branch. And obviously, you see, it's not going to show up immediately. So what we need to first do is go to layout, and we need to apply our modifier. So go to modifier, go here, apply. All right. And then we could go to UV editing. And as you see, it's there, but it doesn't show up here. So select all of them by pressing A, and then do U, and then we could do project from view. And there it is. So I can press S, shrink that bad boy down to a point, and now let's just select a branch color. So I'm gonna do like that color, hopefully. Is that good? So we need to do the same thing, you know, add an image texture and color palette. Yeah, that's not bad, but it's just not what I want. So how about we bring it up a bit, make it lighter, and that's what I'm looking for. So I think that's all I want for this tree, but I might also want to make this leaf bigger, so I'm gonna do that. There we go. And I might also rotate it just to be different than the other one a little bit more. There. So now you could just do the same thing as we did before, right? File, export, FBX, and just go, you know, where you saved everything, right? And I'm gonna call this tree 1, export FBX, file, save as, and then we could do tree 1, and boom. I'm not gonna make another tree, guys, for time's sake, alright? But you guys, as you guys know, I just showed you how to make a tree, so you guys can learn from that and make more trees. Alright, so I'm just gonna exit out of Blender now, because we have all of our parts that we want. So I'm gonna select tree 1 and import that in. Alright, so import a single mesh file, boom, and there we go. Now do this here, and boom. We got our tree. And let's just check for any errors, if there's any like spaces that are not good correctly. So I think we're good. And now we can just place our tree around. And again, we have to make sure it fits in with our character size, because that's just like, that's huge. So how about we have some small trees and some big trees, right? I think that's okay. That's an okay size. So how about we just have some of these trees like here. Let's just rotate it around like this, duplicate it here, and then we could just duplicate it again over here or something, just change up the size or whatever, like this, and then I'm going to duplicate again, and these trees will be bigger, like a bit bigger. So I'm going to have two bigger trees on the map. So I'm going to do this like this, and then duplicate it again, and then maybe this tree, yeah, I think this tree will over here, and then we could just bring this tree down and make it a little taller, I think. There we go. And then I want to add a small tree, so let's just add a small tree like this into here, duplicate it, put it over here, and yeah, so let's rotate this, boom, there we go. We got trees around the map or whatever. Actually, how about we move one closer, because is, it kind of feels weird that they're just far away and they're not really close. All right, so let's just do that. And this one is not really different, so how about we just boom there. And there we go. We got trees around the map. And the last thing I want to do for this tutorial, for this part of the tutorial, is I want to add things on top of these that add more to it, right? So how about we just go into our folder here and we duplicate some of these rocks. So let's duplicate this one, for example, and let's just put rocks on top of here, right? That adds more to it. So select another rock, duplicate it, and then we could add another rock up here, go to another rock, duplicate it, and then we could just do this, add another rock over here or something, right? So we could just do this, duplicate it, put it up here, and then we could also add some trees if we wanted to. So how about we add some trees? So let's duplicate it, put a tree up here, right? Let's just duplicate it, put trees up here, whatever, boom, and then we could add another tree over here on this tippity tip. Let's just shrink this one down instead, and let's just rotate it this way. There. And now we could do the same thing we did with our rocks and our other models. We could just select all these, group it together, and we're gonna call this trees. And now, we should make it so this is anchored, and then we could just insert them into map 1. And there we go. We got our map. So I hope this tutorial helped you with making your simulator map. Next time, we're gonna do some coding and start making our simulator. So I hope this tutorial helped you, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye.